What's up, everybody? So I thought I would get on here and make a response to this newest video, or latest video, of Dustin Nunn talking about LGBT people. Now, he's made a few videos since this one, but apparently he makes a bunch of videos, like, within a span of a few days, because he has no life whatsoever. As it's clear, it's pretty clear about what this guy is all about. He just says shit for the sake of saying it, and he's got no life whatsoever other than to just sit there and bitch and moan and worry about what gay people are doing in their bedrooms. Yes, it's one of those people. Dustin Nunn is, in fact, a homophobe and a bigot and just a downright asshole. So, for those of you who don't know, I started talking about Dustin Nunn like maybe a month and a half ago or so. My first video about him was back when he subscribed to Damien Skyfire's channel because he liked the criticism of Undertaker Freak 1127, but it was for stupid reasons. It wasn't because UTF is just an asshole, like UTF is just an asshole. But Dustin Nunn faults him for, the fact that he's a Democrat and he's a leftist, but doesn't pay any attention to the fact that he treated other people like shit. Because Dustin Nunn is just as much of a prick as UTF. UTF is a prick that is far left. Dustin Nunn, on the other hand, is a prick that is on the alt-right. And he is just as much of, like I said, just as much of an asshole. So let's see. So this retarded overweight tomato decided to put out a video about how he thinks LGBT athletes should not be allowed to perform in pro wrestling companies and sports companies. Whoa, we've got a right-wing extremist on our hands, folks. We've got I don't know. The word extremist has kind of been nullified in this day and age. But he is definitely an extremist, or he is just a radical right-winger. And the reason I say that is because he actually advocates for gay people not being allowed, gay LGBT people not being allowed to perform in companies or employment or whatever, simply because of that. That's why I call him that. And for that reason, he is a fucking fascist. There's no other way of saying it other than the fact that he's a fascist. I would go as far as to call him a fascist. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into this mental cancer, and let's just. I don't even know what to say about this. And there are a few people that were saying, like, I should respond to it because, me being a gay man myself, I can relate to this. My boyfriend Steven can also relate to this. He made a response to this. Damien made a response. And, so yeah. Alright, let's see what this, let's see what this bung-eyed cocksucker had to say. Alright, let's prepare to lose some brain cells.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Dustin.
Dustin here again.
What? Dustin, what? What the fuck did you just say? I'm sorry, I don't speak gibberish. I'm sorry, let me go get my gibberish dictionary, actually, and then I'll get back to you.
And today, I'd like to talk about why LGBT-related athletes should not be allowed to perform in pro wrestling companies. Should not be allowed to perform in pro wrestling companies.
Should not. Because I am a bigoted asshole. Okay, so what's your reasons? I guarantee you can't give any good reasons, motherfucker. I guarantee you can't give one good reason.
And sports companies. In one of my previous videos, I mentioned pro wrestler Nyla Rose, who is a transgendered woman who is wrestling.
You can't even say the word woman correctly. You're like, woman. You can't even say that correctly.
And pro wrestling companies' women's divisions. And there are also transgendered women working for mixed martial arts companies. For example, the UFC. Plus, there was a transgendered woman playing women's tennis.
So?
And that shouldn't have been allowed.
Why the fuck should that not have been allowed? Like, what difference does it make? Like, what difference does it make, asshole? Aren't you in the same political spectrum that always argues for freedom and limited government and everything else? You know, look, I don't support either party in this country. I think the two-party system is a failed fucking state. But I'll tell you right now, the same people in his spectrum want to sit there and talk about freedom and limited government and everything else, but it's only about freedom and limited government when it comes to what he wants. So what he wants is he thinks he has a right to violate other people's rights. No, motherfucker, that's not the way it works in a democracy. Okay? We live in one, or at least I think we do.
That's the Democrat Party for you.
No, that's not the Democratic Party. No. There are even more and more Republicans that have came out. Yeah, there are a lot of Republicans that in fact are against this, that are against LGBT rights and everything else. But it's not even a Democrat issue. Like, there are many Republicans, including the governor of my state, Charlie Baker, who is staunchly in support of LGBT rights. Susan Collins of Maine. You know, you go down the list. There's many Chris Sununu in New Hampshire. You go down the list. There's many of them. So this has nothing to do with the Democrat issue. Your problem is you are so doped up on alt-right rhetoric that you can't even see and make a competent argument about how the fact that this is not even a Democrat versus Republican issue. This is a human rights issue. And LGBT rights are human rights, motherfucker. Just remember that.
Because they support the LGBT shit.
The LGBT shit, ha. Oh, you just know that Dustin Nunn just wants a big floppy one. You just know that he does. Yeah, the LGBT shit. Really, the shit. You're talking about yourself, Dustin, because you are in fact shit. And as a matter of fact, a bag of dog shit looks better than you. Just saying.
Well, anyways, the LGBT community are insults to the straight community. They are insults to straight men and straight women alike.
Yeah, because I remember the last time I was going around being an insult to every straight friend to every single straight friend that I have. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Steven remembers that. Yeah, my other friends I have friends that are gay and everything else. Yeah, I remember when they did the same thing too. Yeah, I remember the time. Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, Oh, really? Is that why all my straight friends in my group, including Damien and Gage and everybody else, were nothing but supportive when I came out in the group and Steven announced that he was dating me? Well, he was in the group first, and then he introduced me. So yeah, I remember all the straight people being insulted by that. Go fuck yourself.
For example, what if there was a transgendered man working for pro wrestling companies and sports companies?
What the fuck difference does it make? Again, are you going to give an actual answer to this? You're not going to because you don't have one. It doesn't make a difference.
What if? You know?
Yeah, that's actually right. Yeah, whatevs. Yeah, whatevs. As in, who cares? What difference does it make if a trans person goes in? And by the way, why are you saying pro wrestling companies and sports companies? Like what a comparison. Like this is the most idiotic comparison. Okay, sports are different than pro wrestling. Okay, I've never really got into wrestling that much, but I'll tell you right now, pro wrestling is simply just entertainment. Or at least for the most part anyway.
Transgendered women are not the only ones who are working for pro wrestling companies and sports companies.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Queer men, lesbian women, and bisexual women who are working for pro wrestling companies and sports companies as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of straight people that probably work for them too. So again, what the fuck is your point?
So anyways, my point being is...
You don't have one.
If I was the owner of a pro wrestling company or a...
Come on, don't think too hard or your brain's going to explode. Oh, wait a minute, you don't have one.
A sports company of any kind, I would fire my employees for being queer, lesbian, bisexual, and tranny.
Oh, go fuck yourself, you fucking fascist cocksucking asshole. Go fuck yourself. Seriously, go jump off a fucking skyscraper, okay? I'll tell you right now, you're a fucking fascist. You are a fucking fascist piece of shit. You are a bigoted, disgusting piece of shit, and nobody can stand you. And it's for reasons like this. You are a goddamn loser, and you will always be a loser, Dustin Nunn. Dustin Nunn, you have none of a brain. And let me tell you something. If you were to fire me for that, I'd say, fine, you can't fire me because I quit. I don't want to work for a bigoted prick anyway. So you know what? I would just take your dumb fucking ass to court. And then we'd say, you know what? See you in court. Because guess what? The U.S. Supreme Court ruled a few months back in this country, they ruled that it is illegal to fire someone for being gay or being trans, which, by the way, it is pathetic that the Supreme Court even had to say that because that should have been the law to begin with, but whatever, that's a moot point. But the fact is, your ass would be in court with lawsuit after lawsuit, with lawsuits up to your fucking eyeballs, with lawsuits up to here. They're not even on the fucking camera. You would have no way of firing someone legally and thinking that you can get away with that. Do you really think that if you fired someone who's gay, trans, or bi or whatever, do you honestly think that they would take that line down? No, they would not. We would fight back. Because you're pretty easy to fight against. Because you're a spineless fucking coward.
And keep the straight employees only.
Oh, really? Well, what if you got rid of all the gay people who work there or the trans people that work there? What if you got rid of them and those people were the best workers in the company and you kept all the straight people and the straight people were the worst workers there? What about that? Would you keep those people there that are incompetent simply because they're straight? But you would get rid of gay workers, lesbian workers, trans workers? Why? Simply because of that? Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it's about. Even though that they were, in fact, the competent ones. Not saying that it would make a difference because, anyone can do a job, okay? Anyone can do a job. I'm just saying that as a scenario.
I am a full-blown right-winger.
Oh, yeah? Tell us something we don't know. In other words, water is fucking wet.
And I am damn proud to be a right-winger.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gay and I'm proud of it too, so fuck you. I'm gay and I'm proud of it, and if you're watching this, Dustin, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm glad that my gayness is offensive to people like you, so fuck you.
I would also get rid of Democrat-related politics in pro wrestling and sports.
Democrat-related politics. I don't know what the fuck you just said, but okay.
And throw in some Republican-related politics in pro wrestling companies and sports.
Yeah, okay.
My point being is...
Again, you don't have one.
We need to stop supporting Democrat-related politics, such as the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, here we go again with Black Lives Matter. Oh, God. I am so sick and tired of this shit. This is what you faulted those other pro wrestling companies because some of them support Black Lives Matter. Again, what fucking difference does it make?
We, members of pro wrestling companies and sports companies, need to be patriotic.
We.
And support Republican politics. We need to support, for example, here in USA, we need to support the Star Spangled Banner. You know, the thing that goes, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? I forget the rest of the lyric.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You want to say that you have all this respect for the national anthem, but you can't even sing it. You can't even sing it properly. You're just like, oh, say, can you see by the dawn? Huh? I forgot the rest. Huh? What? Gee, how patriotic of you. How patriotic of you, motherfucker. You want to sit there and act like, oh, you know the anthem and everything, and oh, you got respect for the American national anthem, but you don't even know the lyrics to it. To an anthem that you claim to have respect for. Because you have no respect for anybody or anything. You don't even have respect for yourself because you go on the internet and you make a complete fucking ass of yourself every single time you do it. So you don't have any respect. You don't have any respect for yourself. If you don't have respect for yourself, you can't have respect for anybody.
But that national anthem, that is the national anthem that we should stick with.
Yeah, who said otherwise? Nobody. Who said otherwise? Like, yeah, that's the anthem that we should stick to. Yeah, none of us have ever said we wanted to get rid of it or anything. Like, what are you gonna say? Like, we wanted to get rid of it now? I don't know.
We should never support, I'm going to throw in a little bit of Black Lives Matter here. We should not support the Black Lives Matter terrorist group movement.
Yeah, they're a terrorist movement because they're protesting police brutality and innocent black people getting murdered. Go fuck yourself. And you know what? This word also has been nullified in this day and age because the word racist has been thrown around. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Dustin Nunn was, in fact, a full-blown racist. Or at least a little bit racist. Well, a little bit. A lot. Quite a bit. Significantly racially insensitive. It would not surprise me. He's a bigoted asshole against everybody else. So who's to say that he wouldn't be a racist against black people? Wouldn't surprise me. This guy is Rick Santorum's fat, retarded cousin.
We should not kneel and hold our fists in the air during the national anthem. National anthem and anthems.
Anthem. Yeah, I'm gonna raise my arm in the air when I fucking punch your lights out.
No matter what country you're from. We should be supporting,
figuratively, of course,
our countries. Not transgenders, not terrorists.
I love how he put transgenders and terrorists in the same sentence. Okay, here's the thing, motherfucker. Gay people are gay people in this country, trans people in this country are Americans too. Okay? My friend Jennifer Ranella, in the group that I'm in with Steven and Damien and several others, she's American too. I'm American, Steven's American, Kaz Warfox, who's also gay, is also American. So shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'll tell you right now, all of them are significantly more American than you are. Okay? Because you are basically un-American because you don't even believe in the principles about what America is supposed to be about. You know, supposed to be a country with freedom and liberty and everything else. Now, you can make an argument one way or another with the way that's going today, but that's a story for another day. You can make an argument one way or another about that, but the problem is with Dustin Nunn, he wants to claim that he's a patriotic American, but all these gays and these trannies are not American, when in reality, you want to violate the rights of people in a democracy. You, motherfucker, You are as un-American as it gets. So fuck you.
Not queers, not lesbians, and not bisexuals.
One of my best friends is a lesbian, and she's also American too. So what's that say?
We should be supporting straights only.
Straights only. I guarantee you, you're not straight. I guarantee you, you are deep in that closet, mofo. I guarantee you, you have some very deep-seated issues. Mark my words. You're deep in that closet. You want a tall, blonde, Swedish guy with his floppy dick hanging out, and you would love to be in between the legs of that guy, or some guy for that matter. Except that nobody would want you, neither a woman nor a man would want you, because you are an ugly, fat, retarded motherfucker that literally looks like a cabbage patch doll after it had a stroke.
So anyways, this is all I gotta say in this video.
Yeah, this is all I gotta say in this video. Incoherent babble. And this is all I gotta say in this video, Dustin Nunn. Fuck you, go fuck yourself.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, you too. Go play in busy traffic. Oh my god, that was absolutely pathetic. So yeah, I don't plan on talking about Dustin Nunn that much because I don't feel like losing brain cells. But you know what? I just had to respond to this, because he was talking about LGBT people and everything else. I just had to respond to this. And again, he's bitched at Damien. He's made response videos to Steven. He's bitched about saying like, like abortion is wrong and women don't have a right to choose and everything else. I don't plan on talking about him too much. But when he says shit like this, yeah, I'm going to call him out. I'm not going to make it a priority on this channel. But if he says something stupid like this, or he responds to people I care about, like Steven or something to that effect, I'm going to call him out for that. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up for now. So thank you all for listening. And yeah, pretty much this sums up Dustin Nunn. I talked about him only once before, or maybe a little bit in comment sections here, there, and everywhere. But this guy is just pathetic. So yeah, Dustin Nunn is just a retarded, overweight potato that has no self-awareness. He's talking out of his ass, even though he wants his ass filled by a guy. You just know it. But anyway, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Welcome to the new subscribers that have subscribed recently. I'll try to do more videos on that book that I'm reading for this channel and whatnot. But Anyway, I'll be back with more soon. This is Zach the Celtics guy. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more soon. Peace, have a nice day or night, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye for now. Peace out. Dustin Nunn, go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Everyone else, peace.